So a bit of an intro and a bit of an explanation as to why I'm uploading this video. I wasn't going to upload it, but I got some really good footage and I thought, I'll upload it as a video, and if people watch it, they watch it. If they don't, they don't. It's as simple as that. I am going out tonight to do another stealth camp because I had 3 days off, and I went to do the stealth camp yesterday, which was Tuesday, and I just wanted the rest of the 2 days that I got off with my family, but that didn't work out. I went up there. I went up to the location of the last video that I did in order to do a proper stealth camp, because I didn't really do it last time. I was just walking around all night. Anyway, I found two great camping spots when I went up there yesterday, and scouted out the area, really enjoying my time up there in the woods and stuff like that. And I decided to go and have a look at the two locations where I'd stopped, just to see what it was like in the daylight, and just to show people what happened. And unfortunately, a person who commented on my last video was right, and you'll see from the video why he was right in a minute. I was very angry from the perspective of that I have children, and I know that families go up into those woods and have picnics and stuff like that, and the lewd acts that were being committed in those woods. I found disposable condoms everywhere, Durex everywhere. It was disgusting, and it's a local beauty spot, and it seems like these people have just totally taken over that area, because I didn't hardly see anybody up there. It was just these people. But I digress. I got into a little bit of a rant at the end in the video because I was angry. I actually saw a family going into the woods, and I warned them against going into the woods, because what was going on in there, I didn't want them to subject their children to that, because they had two young kids. And that's the main reason why I was angry. I was angry that these people are doing that in the woods instead of going to their own homes or finding a hotel room or something like that. They're committing these acts in the woods where people are going to walk with their children and families. And that's what I was annoyed about. Anyway, I just thought I'd give a brief explanation as to why I went off on a rant at the end of that video. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going out tonight. I'm going to go and do another stealth camp at some lakes tonight. So hopefully that'll be up for the weekend. But I'm going to upload this one. If people watch it, they watch it. If they don't watch it, they don't watch it. But it's up for people to make up their own minds about what went on. How you doing, everybody? I'm back in the woods for another stealth camp. I'm back at the same location as my last video, the one where I had the strange encounter with the guy in the woods. I thought I'd come back and just complete the camp, because even though I managed to stay out all night, I didn't really camp. I just walked about, and I really wanted to find a spot and just camp out in these woods because they're pretty amazing. I've come earlier this time. I've got about 6 or 7 hours to find somewhere to camp, so that should be plenty enough time to find somewhere this time and have a bit of an explore as well. It's about 26 to 27 degrees. We're having a bit of a heat wave here in the UK, so it should be a decent night. The thing is, it's brought a reoccurrence of all these nettles out, and they are absolutely red hot, and they're stinging the hell out of my legs. I didn't put trousers on because it was too warm. This in here might look like an amazing place to come and camp. It's completely devoid of any vegetation, brambles, weeds or anything like that that's going to get in your way. But it's very, very deceiving, because these trees here are actually birch trees. They've got a really nasty habit of just dropping their limbs off randomly for no reason. Even in non-windy conditions, a branch can just drop off. People have got theories as to why. Some people think that they just become so heavy that they just break off from the tree. And you can see why. Look at the size of that. I mean, just in that limb, just in that branch alone, you've got about 6 or 7 ton in that, because birchwood is very, very dense. And you can imagine something up there that's about a ton falling from that height on you when you're on the ground wouldn't be very good. So no matter how tempting, no matter how it looks really tempting to be here, I wouldn't recommend it. Not at all. It's a very dangerous place to be. It's like playing Russian roulette, really. And you ask any campers, they'll just say, nah, There's no way I'm going to camp in under a birch tree or in a birch forest. So we're going to carry on to the end of this trail and just see where it leads. I know where it's going to. It's going to the track that I went down where that guy followed me. But I just want to check it down this route and see if there's any open spaces where I can put my hammock up. So this is somewhere where I really want to be. This is a badger set. This is all the earth they've dug out. It's a massive mound here, as you can see. Down there is a huge hole. That's where the badgers are going to come from tonight. So I don't want to be any around in this area around here really. That'll be a bad idea. So at the site where we spot that guy, turn the camera around and we'll have a look in the daylight. So this is where I was, down here, down there, the bivvy was all down here, and then I heard them pull up over there, which is where the fence is. You can see it from the night vision, that's where the fence was, and that's where his van was. It is really, really warm. So I found my spot for tonight already. It's just off the path, it's just in here. This little bit here. See what it's like. Bit isn't too bad. This little spot here will go nicely between put the hammock nicely between these two trees here. Bit of a dip, drop my bag in there and stuff. Nice little spot. Well, that's one spot anyway. That's one spot I'm looking at, is this one here. This tree here and that tree. Have the hammock going that way. So I found one spot. So if I don't find any other spots now, at least I've got somewhere I can go. And that's good. And that's the best bit about coming early and doing a bit of a scout about before you're ready to camp. It's too early to set up yet. So this is the tree I dropped up against when I was talking to him when I was in the dark, when I said he pulled into the car park. And that's the car park down there where he was. Right there. So I got out of the woods, found a sweet little spot down behind the car park where we were last time, and it's just full of doggers. It's an absolute, it's rife with doggers. I'm walking around the paths in there, there's like single men roaming around, there's like used condoms on the floor, Durex everywhere. It's fucking, pardon my French, it's fucking disgusting. There's no way I'm camping around here tonight, not a chance. I'm not camping in the woods, it looks like I'm going back, but fuck it. You know, I'm walking around the woods and they're just in the woods. I can hear them at it. It's fucking disgusting. Pardon my French, but it just is. Even in the woods down there, I'm walking around the woods, you can hear them at it. And it's like, it's always something I associated people doing at night. not at like 2:30 in the afternoon. I mean, there could be families walking around in these woods, and you've got these absolute scumbags doing that sort of shit in the woods. And I'm not saying that all the people in there that's what they were doing, but I was sat on a bench. A guy walked up. He pulled up in a van. He walked up, disappeared into the woods. Next minute, this other guy pulled up, disappeared on the same track, and then about 20 minutes later, they both came back separately. And it's like, you know what they were up to, you know what they were doing, but at this time of day, 2:30 in the afternoon, with probably kids and families knocking about. It's fucking disgusting. They're all parked up in the lay-bys and stuff. You can see they're all parked up there. One up there. The guy like moving really slowly down the track, just looking for people. There's one pull. I'm not sure if that's one, but he's pulled up in the lay-by down there, and it's just disgusting. It's like fucking hell. So definitely not stopping here tonight, guys. Not a chance. It's disgusting. I mean, if they want to do that sort of thing, go and get a hotel or something. You know, not in the middle of the afternoon on, you know, a natural trust public footpath where families could be having like picnics and stuff, and they wander out into the woods and they stumble across that. I'm sorry for my language, but absolute fucking perverts is all I can say. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I think it's safe to say I won't be coming back to camp in these woods again. Not a chance in hell I'm coming back up here. It made me feel dirty being out in the woods, knowing that they were out there doing what they were doing. It's like, no, I don't want to be associated with that kind of crap. Not a chance. So I was walking back to the bus stop, which I'm now at, and I saw a family walk into the woods, and I just like politely said to them, I says, I wouldn't take your children in there. I said, there's stuff going on in there that you don't want your kids to see, and you might accidentally stumble across it. And I mentioned about the used condoms and that kind of stuff to the parents, and like, they went back to the car. Like, it should be allowed. It's like, you know, you're spoiling it for other people doing that sort of stuff. Anyway, that's all I've got to say on that.